Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching Supergirl Season 3, Episode 14, Shot Through the Heart. Supergirl is back. It's finally back. We have survived the drought. So, update on my DC reactions. I put through my appeals and my disputes. I was a bit scared about doing it because I'd never done it before, so I only did a couple at a time to begin with. So my first few have been cleared, and I'm waiting on the 3 big batches that I did to see what's going to happen with them. I should hear about one of those within the next few days. But the plan is, I'm here now, I'm reacting to Supergirl. If I'm going to put this up, fingers crossed, I will dispute it if anything happens to it. If worse comes to worse, I will start making review videos of some kind. No matter what, there will be Supergirl content from this channel because Supergirl is a very important show to me, and I really think it's important to make sure there's as much positivity about Supergirl out there. You know, I love Kara, I love Mon-El, I love Karamel, I love Lena, I love Kara and Lena's friendship, I love Alex. I loved Alex and Maggie. I support Alex for future romantic endeavours. I love these characters. I love Jean. I love Winn. Winn's finally getting an episode. I love James. I love John's father. Like, this show is important to me, and I think it's actually a very positive show. Like, the messages it sends forwards are really, really positive, and yet the fandom is just kind of bogged down with all this depressing conflict and hate and everything, and I just think being positive should be what we do. So yes, that's my aim in this channel. As well as just enjoying the show that I absolutely love. As I said, Supergirl is finally back. We have survived the endless wait. It seemed impossible months ago, and now we're here. This episode is going to be a Winn-based episode, as you can tell from the title, which is good because we haven't actually had a Winn-centric episode since Season 1. So I'm quite intrigued to see that. I'm obviously intrigued to see Kara and Mon-El if they're on screen together. I'm not expecting them to be romantic anytime soon, but I think any scene they have together is going to start the rebuilding back of that bond and that trust and that beautiful friendship that they had before they were ever romantic. Probably it'll be even more beautiful now than it was then, so yes, I'm very excited for that. I'm intrigued about what Imra told Mon-El, what the secret was. I mean, I think it's obviously to do with they planned this mission, it wasn't an accident, and things that Mon-El, they used him in that sense, they put him in the situation knowing what it was and all those things. But exactly what she told him, I wonder if they're going to tell us, or if it's going to be a case of we just see him thinking about it, but we don't get to hear until later. We'll find out. Also, Lena figured out that Sam is Rain, which is really big news. I have a feeling that she's probably going to keep it to herself for a while and try and solve it herself somehow, so we'll see what happens there. But yes, I'm very excited. Let's go.
I know some of you are ready.
Is this going to be a really not life-threatening situation? I could not do karaoke like this. A booth with just friends, yeah, this. Mon-El! Oh! They're just able to be comfortable enough to just smile at each other and be friends, and that makes me so emotional. Oh my god, this is such a good opening to the show. I was not expecting it. It's probably going to go horribly wrong. I'm so happy already. I'm just so happy the show is back. Oh, Alex. His dad's face.
Can she move you? Yeah,
Oh.
she's pretty impressive.
Oh, Mon-El.
You seen anybody?
Friends catching up. I needed this. Not really.
But we haven't, really figured out what we're doing yet, so. You happy? Working on it.
I like moments like this. Mon-El is not happy right now.
Karaoke is not something. It requires either great courage or a complete lack of shame. But I like it.
You're a killer of a stunning apartment that I haven't been invited to yet.
I'm intrigued about if it has been 3 months as the last episode. I guess it has. But why he'd have waited 3 months to try and talk to her about it. They're on screen together though. I feel like Winn's going to get interrupted. It's conflicting because obviously he didn't like his dad was awful, but it's still hard. Oh, Winn.
Not going back in.
It's impossibly hard, even though his father was awful.
Okay. Finally safe.
Oh dear. I wouldn't say safe.
Go eat.
I really miss this show. I'm so happy it's back. He still wants to talk to you.
We never touched.
stuff.
I mean, the lies are different, but
Are you okay?
just love them so much.
Yeah, Imra lied to me
Oh.
about something big.
Yeah, sure. What are friends for?
You're the best.
See you
I
later,
just-
buddy.
Oh god, so awkward.
Later, buddy.
Later, buddy. But I do love them building back up their relationship and being able to talk about things. And it's hard and awful now, but it won't be like that forever.
Straight. Be proud.
Next morning,
Oh, Winn.
when I lie in bed at night, staring up at the ceiling, unable to sleep, I'm not wondering why Dad finally, suddenly snapped. No, that doesn't haunt me. What haunts me is you.
God, that scene was powerful. Sorry I didn't say much, I was just dumbfounded. I've missed seeing Kara flying around the city. Effortless. Did 1L go home for the night or something? She's just epic.
Be like family.
You are family now. His memory's going.
Wine Dad.
But that's very different to Winn's mum leaving him for 20 years.
You know, the ability for my party now.
As a child, he had no part in his mum leaving.
What happened? But she's here now.
I mean, I can definitely see the argument of trying to make a relationship now, assuming she's not evil, but
He keeps us going around here. Eventually.
exactly, you can't just walk back into someone's life and expect, poof, it's all fine. I don't trust Winn's mum just because she suddenly reappeared. I want to for Winn.
I've always wanted a granddaughter.
Has he forgotten?
Besides Kim and Tanya.
Oh, his memory's going.
You have to tell him.
He just got me back. I can't ask him to watch me disappear inch by inch. It's too cruel.
That could
Why do
happen
shows
no
do
matter
plot
what.
lines like
So
this?
the sooner
He was mean.
Winn.
That I couldn't save you. That's not maybe not.
Saved
but
himself.
The last 20
And,
She's busy dealing with Rain.
said you hadn't checked.
for a little bit.
Suspicious. Wonderful. The DEO really needs better security if some random woman off the street they've just let into their place can just wander in and get a gun and no one notices or bats an eyelid. Please guys, fix your security.
Me too. Not without me.
That's exactly what she wants.
I
It
spent
is,
my entire life trying
but-
to fight.
Yes, team up.
we'll find her.
Oh dear, she's found you. That's so cool. I mean, awful as well because plane bombs. I just really miss this show. They're fighting near each other. I'm not emotionally prepared for this. It's hard teamwork. Oh dear, Kara. Eh. Not now! Oh my god! I wasn't expecting most of this to be happening in the way it's happening. Well done! Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so emotionally happy and like tense. And oh my god, yes! Oh, we get to finally see Winn fighting in the way he can fight. Finally, they're letting him actually do it. So cool.
Cloth magic.
I love him so much. Okay, we've got to save Winn's mum now and Winn. Oh gosh, I'm trying to process Karamel. I can't process this too. Yay! Oh gosh. Oh my god. Do something, woman! Yes, Winn, well done. Saving yourself as always. And well done, Mum.
Recently, I am very cautious.
I'm so proud of my team. Oh, they look so good. He has a really nice voice.
Oh, white boy rock.
Normally. I'm so happy we're back to the happy karaoke times.
You have excelled.
That's a win.
I couldn't be happier. I'm so sorry.
He deserves to hear that from his mum. I love you, Monel.
Maybe you should sing Kansas for yourself and not other people.
Yeah. That's good advice. Yeah, well, I only wanted to talk to you anyway, so.
Hey,
Just so you know, I wasn't actually going to talk about.
Yeah, that's what I thought we had
about
to.
my feelings,
Mission
but I
type
felt
stuff.
Like you needed to know what she did and why she did it, because it directly affects you.
Yes. I was gonna say, I didn't think he was gonna talk to you about that.
Legion didn't land here by accident. Annie and Imra hit it intentionally.
Well, I
And they
thought.
hid the real mission from me because they didn't trust that I'd want to come back to this time.
what's the mission?
Well, the third world killer. The one you haven't found yet, Pestilence. In 1,000 years, she evolves into Blight.
Oh.
An enemy has been your enemy for years, so I got a lot to learn from you.
Yeah, that makes
Like-
sense.
Like, wait a sec. What was that back there with the T-Rex?
Cape tricks.
Oh, cape trick?
My old Legion uniform had one, so
Well, I've been fighting with a cape for 3 years, and all it seems to do is get in the way.
I can help with
It
that.
helps you fly, Kara. Yeah, next episode. I'm ready for it.
I like that.
Me too. Cut me in.
Why haven't you worn your own suit?
Yeah, I got damaged on rim bore, and it's a long story. So,
Well, I know someone who could fix it if you want.
His suit. It's coming next episode. I'm so emotional about the caramel.
Peppermint. You won't, but I will. I must tell you something.
Save me from crying, thanks, Winn. I love all my guys together, most of them. Oh. Oh.
Everything's fine.
Lena, you need to tell Supergirl. She can help. It's back, it's back. Supergirl is back with a fantastic episode. It was so good. I mean, we finally got to have Winn in Central Stage again, and Jeremy was amazing. I mean, the scenes with his mum were really powerful. And I'm so used to people like parents coming back and being evil, so I was really worried that she was going to be evil, but I'm very, very glad that she wasn't. And, you know, maybe she could have tried to come back to him sooner and tried to get help in coming back to him sooner, but I think if he wants to, if it's something that he believes in, then he should definitely try and have a relationship with her again, and I'm happy for him. Then on the other side, Jean and his father. I mean, so many shows have the route with the elderly parent getting dementia, and I think, I kind of wish, I know that it's a real thing that happens to real people, and, you know, I've experienced it, but I wish people would stay away from that to a point, because it's a really real thing that you can't help and that you can't do anything about, and it affects so many people that it's quite a hard thing to watch happen on TV when you've had to deal with it in life. But they've so far, I mean, the emotions of it are really painful but accurate, and Alex being there for John was really beautiful. I think as well, John just got his dad back this season. It should have been season 4 where this happened if it was going to happen, so he could have at least like a year with him. Well, and then also we've got Lena, who, as I suspected, as we all knew, is not planning on telling anyone about Sam. She wants to deal with it herself, which does make sense. It's not like I think, oh, she's evil now, of course not. But I also think just tell someone, get help, get all the DEO scientists helping. I mean, I know Lena can't be sure of it, but Supergirl, we saw with the way Kara was with, oh my goodness, in the previous episode, the other world killer, that she would understand, she would be sensitive towards it. So Kara, Supergirl, would look out for Rain and Sam, and given that those people, okay, she doesn't know they're the same people, but they're Sam's friend, they'd help, but I get why she's giving it to herself and hoping that she can fix it herself. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Okay, but then the best thing that happened in this episode was all the karaoke at the beginning actually was really fantastic, and the karaoke at the end. Like, most of this cast have amazing singing voices, not that you could tell if you just watched this episode. It was really light and fun, and really the team bonding, and I loved it. But then the scenes that I have been waiting for, feels like all my life, was started off with Ornell walking in and Kara, and their smile at each other was just, it was signs that what they had is still there. And it doesn't have to be at the centre now, it doesn't have to be the thing that's driving them at the moment, but they still love each other and they always will, to a degree. And right now that degree is lower and friendship is what's coming to the top, but for the future, there's no problems here, guys. They were just so solid this episode. I mean, it was casual and relaxed in the way that it hasn't been for a little while, I guess because it's been a little while. And then Monel wanting to tell Kara, and I love him for, I mean, I don't necessarily think there's a correlation in Imra not telling Monel what she didn't tell him. Monel not telling Kara, it didn't, I guess that I think he should have told her, but it didn't impact her life in any way. He was trying to be a different person, and she knew that. She knew that he was trying to be better than the person he would have been when he landed. And as far as he knew, there were no more Daxamites, and so it didn't matter that he was the prince. He could have been anyone on that planet. So I think it is different, him telling Kara, and also he was scared that they would reject him, because from the moment he landed, she'd been saying how much she hated the royal family. But then you have Imra, who, I mean, her reason for not telling him was because she thought he wouldn't want to go. I mean, if their marriage was worth anything, she'd trust him with something like that. And Imra's reason was that she thought he'd say, no, I don't want to go. I mean, I know he's technically the leader of the Legion, but surely you trust him and you believe that this plan's good enough, he'd let them go. Or even Imra could go by herself. I mean, did she want him there to use him as an in with Kara and all that lot because they trust him and so they'd let them help? So she made him come back to use him? I mean, at this point she deserves to lose her marriage. That's harsh, but I don't think that was a solid enough reason to not tell him, especially when, even if they're not desperately madly in love, they do love each other and they're really good friends. And Brainy, like, they're a team, and a team should trust. So yeah, I'm not too impressed with Imra on that. I can kind of understand it, but I don't approve or appreciate it. I'm happy with the show for us finding out 100% confirmation of that, like, this episode immediately, and not leaving us hanging with not quite sure what Imra's thing had been. I mean, we all knew what it had been, but to know for sure is reassuring. And just Kara and Monel they were on their way to being easy with each other. They are not there yet, but when they forget, when they're no longer, their subconscious takes over, they're still so easy and natural with each other. And that's what I've loved about them since they were in it at the beginning. If I'd been doing reactions, I'd have been saying how much I like the idea of them together, but if they just stayed as best friends, that would be enough for me. Now that I've had them being romantic, them just friends forever isn't enough for me, but their friendship was always really important to me, and what it grew into was beautiful. And I think this time around, the friendship is going to be an even stronger core, which means the romance is going to be even stronger and better. Next season probably, but when we get to it. But their moments were so beautiful, and I mean, I did like the way he apologised. I think it's part of him showing that he has grown a lot in who he was, and it's growth that he could have done with Kara, but as he's done it away from Kara, it's part of why they have to try and mesh back into each other. But it showed that he's become the man that she always believed he could be, and so they've got to work their way how they can be together. But you know, he told Kara as soon as he could, and he was being very upfront with her. And obviously Kara's been quite confident, thinking, oh, I know we're buddies, but I don't know how if I feel about talking about Imra, and 100% she's not who he should talk about Imra to. But obviously he wasn't going to. I think from the way he said there's something you should know, I think when he wanted to talk to her, it was quite clear to us as the viewer that he wanted to give her the intel, the information. Whereas for Kara, because she's so kind of hurt and lost in the whole process of it all, she would think he wanted to talk to her as like a friend to a friend, and they're not there yet. Or they might be there yet if he was having an issue somewhere else in his life, but I think with Imra, they're definitely, she was right, but also that wasn't what his plan was. But they're getting there, and that's what's so beautiful to see. We had a few episodes where they literally would make eye contact, or like they'd stare at each other when the other one wasn't looking, and then they'd run into each other and he'd apologise for things being awkward, and she'd be like, oh, it's okay, I know it's not your fault, I'm just hurt. And like they did that for a few episodes, but we're finally getting somewhere. And then in the fighting, we got to see Monel being Monel, the leader of the Legion, Valor. We got to see him fighting and being amazing, and oh, I'm so happy about that. We finally saw Monel. Everyone can shut up now. Like, it was very obvious that they choreographed the previous fights to limit him in ways that meant he couldn't see his fighting because they wanted to showcase Kara or Imra or people, whereas now we got to actually see Monel doing what Monel can do. And I'm not saying he's the greatest fighter of them all, I'm not even saying he's a better fighter than Kara, but he is a very, very capable fighter, and we finally got to see that. And we got to see him and Kara working as a team, as always, but fighting together as a team, which was everything I've always wanted. And oh my god, we're so close to getting everything, and I'm going to stay positive, I'm going to stay hopeful that we're going to get it all. So yeah, that was lovely, and I think, you know, it makes sense that if this last world killer is the person that he's been fighting against and working against for all this time, he's going to know things that Kara doesn't know. And simply, he's been in the future where fighting techniques have advanced and changed, and they look at things a different way because it's in the future. So of course he's going to have techniques to teach her and things to show her that are different, and she can adapt that to herself as she will. But I think next episode is meant to be really, really good for Karamel, bonding of their friendship and really getting it back together. And I just want this week to be over so I can get to that episode. But this was a fantastic return for Supergirl. It was funny, it was heartbreaking, it was heartwarming. Karamel had a few scenes together and they smiled at each other a lot, and it was wonderful. So yes, that's my reaction. Thank you for watching.